Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to tell you today about the Muslim refugee crisis in the UK, and there are plenty of refugees who want to work in the UK. They want to live there. They don't want to cause any trouble. They want to practice their religion, but they don't want to impose it on others. But there are plenty of others that have caused problems in the UK, and East London is flooded with Muslim refugees. Now, that's not the problem. Here's the problem. The problem is some of these refugees have gone on Sharia patrols and harassing British citizens in the area when the British citizens are doing nothing wrong against British law. They may be drinking alcohol, but they're not Muslims. They may be gambling, but they're not Muslims. Okay? And so, a lot of what they're doing under British law is fine. Talking about the people that they're harassing. And that needs to stop. Britain gave these refugees asylum. These refugees do not need to be imposing their will on everybody else. There's already 85 Sharia courts in the UK. Okay? Sharia law does not have a place in the English court system. Okay? If people want to abide by Sharia law in their homes, that's their business. But imposing Sharia law on everybody else? No. That is wrong. Okay? And when they are... And here's the other thing. Many of these people doing these Sharia patrols, they're being paid by the British government. Let me explain this. They're on the UK's welfare system. They're not working. And they have a pretty good living on the UK's welfare system. And they're telling people that they're not British, that they don't obey British law, that Sharia laws for everybody, that Islam will dominate the world. And they're living on the UK welfare system. Prime example, Anjem Choudary, he was recently sentenced to 5.5 years in prison for inciting violence and inciting terrorism, but he had been preaching for several years, and he's never held down a steady job. He's always been on the British welfare system, and about 24 to 26% of British Muslims or Muslims living in the UK have never worked, compared to less than 5% of the rest of the population of the UK. That is problematic. They're living on the welfare system of the West, but preaching against the West and preaching against all its evil. And the evil that they refuse to condemn, I'm putting evil in quotes on the others because it's not really evil. It can be sin, but it's not evil. The evil that they're refusing to condemn is the beheading of American journalists, the burning of the Jordanian pilot, when ISIS burned the Jordanian pilot. Anjem Choudary and his followers, they say between the U.S. and Bin Laden, their own team Bin Laden, that they don't pity non-Muslims when non-Muslims are being killed by ISIS. They don't condemn the murders of the Christians or the Yazidis by ISIS. They don't condemn the beheadings of children. They don't condemn the bombings by ISIS. That's just sick and evil. And Anjem Choudary should have been locked up for inciting terrorism, inciting violence. He's an evil thug. He's an evil psychopath thug, and he's a piece of crap. That's what he is. And going in there to the UK, where they granted him asylum, saying that you should obey Sharia law, and there is a big problem with some Muslim refugees raping poor white women in the UK. They'll gang up on one girl. Well, first they'll court her, they'll befriend her, and then they'll give her drugs, and then the girl will trust them. She probably doesn't have a good home life. That's why she's poor. She may be on the streets. And then once they win her trust, they rape her. That has been a huge problem, and it's a huge problem. This rape crisis within the UK, it is a huge problem of certain Pakistani Muslim refugees raping poor British white women from lower class areas, lower class homes. Anyways, hope everyone's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.